You were a coach on the Ultimate Fighter Canada versus Australia. Did you enjoy it? Would you do it again?
Yeah, I'd do it again in a heartbeat. You know, a chance to represent my country on such a large scale and help usher these new guys into the UFC was a phenomenal experience. I have to say that it was different being a coach than being a contestant. I like the coaching side of it where I can walk away after the training's done. I don't know if I'd be a contestant again.
Talk about your thoughts of Patrick Cote before you started recording the show to now that you're about a week and a half away from fighting him. Is it a completely different Patrick Cote in your mind?
Not really, you know. I didn't really know Patrick before the show. I got to know him a little bit on the show whenever our paths crossed in between training and stuff like that. Seemed like a nice guy. It doesn't change anything, you know, we still got to fight each other. I still think he's a nice guy, and I think he probably thinks he's a nice guy after the fight, depends. So he's all right, I like him.
How has the show been received in Australia?
So far it's been received well, you know. I've got a lot of positive feedback from it. I think what me and Patrick went into the show, we both had the same idea, was to make it about the fighters and not about us. So, you know, I think we've done that pretty well. So, you know, I'm glad that people are seeing a lot of the fighters and not so much of the drama between coaches.
The experience for them, for guys that are coming up, even girls coming up in the industry in Australia, what's some of the lessons you think they learned in watching, you know, that season with Ross Pearson, with George Soteropoulos, and the season with you and Patrick? What do you think they learned?
Hopefully they learn what it takes to be a mixed martial artist in the UFC, you know. We do train hard all the time. We train twice a day, 3 times a day, up to 4 times a day. So, you know, they have to be ready for the rigorous training schedules and stuff like that. So, you know, it's not just training once after work every day and hoping that you can make it. You've got to really dedicate yourself and push yourself to get to that next level. So, and then hopefully they take away that they need to train a lot.
Who are some of the guys that you coach that you say, you know what, this guy will be in the UFC for sure?
Jake Matthews is one that stands out to me. He's a great young kid. He's only 19 years old. Trains at home with his dad in his garage, you know. So to go from that to being an Ultimate Fighter, it's a phenomenal thing for him, you know. I actually invited him over here to Albuquerque after the show, and he came over and trained with Greg and Mr. Winklejohn. They all loved him, you know. And he got so much better in the time that he was here from the time he was on the show. You know, he's a completely different fighter. And I'm sure if the Jake Matthews that left Albuquerque would have went on the show, he would have won the whole show. So, you know, it's just a testament to the kid. He works hard. He's a great fighter.
What can we expect when you and Patrick Cote step into the octagon in Quebec City?
Expect a great show. You know, me and Patrick both come to fight. You know, he's got great hands. He's got a strong chin. It's going to be a great fight. You know, we both love to bang. So, hopefully it's a war and the fans love it.
And Kyle Noke is going to get booed, which is, you know, strange for me. I understand why, but you're going to get booed. How do you deal with that?
You know what? I've fought in everyone's backyard. I'm from Australia. I'm over here in America, living here. So every time I fight in America, I'm fighting in someone's backyard. I'm fighting away from home, so it doesn't really bother me. I guess I'm going to get booed a lot because I'm going to come out to Men at Work's Land Down Under again. So especially being in Canada, coming out to Australian song, I'm sure I'm going to get booed a lot. What
is the perfect fight versus Patrick Cote for you?
The perfect fight would be me going out there, you know, implementing my game plan and finishing the fight in the first round.